Hello everybody. Greetings from Upper Union Street in Schenectady, just outside of the bank. What a lovely day. Can you believe this is the middle of November? I have no overcoat, sunny, not a cloud in the sky, about 68, 69 degrees. Am I in San Diego? No, it's Schenectady. I hope you had a wonderful week, and I want to talk a little bit about the Lord's lesson for the week for each of us. How have we invested the gifts that we have been given by our Lord? And I'm outside of a bank for a reason, because most of us, when we were growing up, began to save, hopefully, some kind of savings vehicle, but we saved through a passbook savings account. And our parents taught us that we have to save little by little, day by day, as best as we can, to grow our funds. Now, do you remember back in the 1970s and 1980s when a local passbook savings account earned you 15, 16% on your money just at the bank? Now today you're barely able to break 0.5% in interest, but 15, 16% was not out of the question. But those were the days also of supply pull inflationary recession, aka stagflation. Now, if I had more time and we can go through an economics lesson, I would explain that, but this is not about economics. That's for another day. But remember also with the savings accounts, if we save that much money and receive 15, 16%, it was also very expensive to take out money for buying a house, 17, 18, 19%, because everything was much higher. It is not like today's environment of 3% money to purchase a home. So things are very different today. And so we have to look at different investment vehicles for our money today, unless we are content with making 0.25% every year on our savings. But the same is true spiritually. And this is the point of our Lord's lesson this week. You have been given much in life, and so have I, praise God. But what do we do with those gifts? What is the interest that the Lord earns on our work on the gifts? And that's right, the way I said it. It's the Lord's gifts that we do the work with so that God increases and we decrease. It's not about us. It's about expansion for the Lord and His church. And so there are many ways or factors that we could employ to help others, to walk with others who are struggling. Some of us are great one-on-one. Other people are great with multiple people and all kind of groups. Who loves to speak, who hates to speak, but you're all together and we all work as one. Everybody has different gifts, but the same Spirit of God walking day by day. If we take the gifts of God and just sit on them, that is problematic, as we will hear in this week's gospel. Even the person who couldn't do much with his gifts in the gospel could not even go to the bank to earn interest on the gift. So it is true with the Lord. The Lord wants us to invest wisely the ways that He has enabled us to announce good news and to be people of the Eucharist. And not just for Catholics, but for any person. For God's wisdom and providence touches all persons, not just Catholic persons. And God calls all to receive the word of life. And each of us has a role to play in that proclamation one way or another. But it involves investment. We don't sit on the Lord's gifts, but we share it for the benefit of others. And so for reflection, how have we invested the gifts of our Lord? Not just this week, but all throughout our lives. And it's never too late, remember, never too late to start investing, to make God's gifts grow more and more for His people. You and I have a lot to offer other persons that God has placed in our lives. Never doubt that. And so if this is the time now to begin investing, if it has not been the right time in your life up to now. You have heard this message of hope, and so God, not me, but God is speaking to you. Invest wisely in the things of heaven, to store up for yourselves treasures not in the bank on earth, but treasures in heaven. So God's peace be with you. Invest well. Take good care.
So I went to the bank to see what they could do. They said, "Son,